everybody take over, the party's over. Tell them betrayers finito, the game is over. I feel the force over me like a bando's over. Tell them return of the one only Master Yoda. When I'm around rocking, there's no more umbrella. She's Bonnie, I'm Clyde, she's Scooby, and I'm the over. Haters, I'm ready to turn them in hard believers. I'm gonna shine everywhere like a supernova. Now tell me, what do you want from me? Yeah, I'm gonna shine everywhere like a supernova. Everybody take over, the party's over. Tell them betrayers finito, the game is over. I feel the force over me like a bando's over. Tell them return of the one only Master Yoda. When I'm around rocking, there's no more umbrella. She's Bonnie, I'm Clyde, she's Scooby, and I'm the over. Haters, I'm ready to turn them in hard believers. I'm gonna shine everywhere like a supernova. Shine everywhere like a super my story. Went from Kinshasa to around the world. Represent my people only. They play my jams around the world. And only God stands above me. So take a seat, enjoy the ride. We gon' kill it tonight and tomorrow we ready.
What is up? What it do? How is everybody doing in this 7th of July? I hope everybody is fine. I hope everybody's in good spirit like I am. I hope your day was great, and I hope your in the beginning of the week was amazing. I'm hearing myself super strange. Wait, let me check something. Let me see if my voice is low here. No, it's not. Maybe it's this after after the shower, my ears are still. That's strange. Okay, let me. All right. Much better. Yeah. I hope everybody's fine. I hope everybody had a great beginning of the week. This is a strange day. Like, such a special day for me on so many occasions, and at the same time, it's a strange day because the world is going nuts. Let's see. You know what I was thinking during the intro? Because I just got out the shower, right? My ears are still wet, so these things are really like suppressing all the sounds, and so that's why it feels strange for me. But as long as it is good for you, it's great. You know what I was thinking while the intro was going? Instead of turning on all my lights, I was like, why did I call this show Club Shada again instead of simplifying my life and call it Club Kaysha or Kaysha's live stream or Tonight with Kaysha, or like something like, why? I was asking myself that question. I was like, why do I always have to make it more complicated that it could be, and create a new brand where I could just use like the easy brand? You see what I mean? That's what I was thinking while the intro was playing. I was like, because I remember the first two shows, the name of the show was Sushiraw Vibes. So it could have been Kaysha Vibes, or Kaysha's Home, or Tonight with Kaysha, or Club Kaysha, but Club Shada sounds so good. This show is brought to you by shadawear.com. I'm wearing the Africa Future Culture t-shirt that you can find on the website. God's a good fortune. All our new subscribers, thank you for being part of the family. Don't forget to leave your shoes at the door and be respectful, or you will just be kicked out by one of my guys here, or one of my girls. The girls are super dangerous here. Like, so just be nice, because the girl will bully you. Like, sometimes I believe that Ellie's boys, Julie and Dalia and everybody else, and Milliardaire 7 and Sirène des Îles, like, if you are like disrespectful and Little Mauro bans you before you have time, before they have time to bully you, they're kind of pissed. I believe, like, sometimes they're like, Little Mauro, give us like 5 minutes so we can punch her well verbally, or him well, like, then you can ban them. Welcome to all the new subscribers: Tanaka, Gondo, Kenny, Mimi, Bray, Staniela. That's a nice name. Staniela December. That's a nice, strange name. Losen, Christian, and everybody else, thank you so much for being part of the Shada Gang. Welcome home. And I want to acknowledge our stream royalty for the month of July, Mr. Mike Phoenix with $26. You can still beat him. 2 super chats of $15 while he's sleeping. Boom, you become the stream royalty. Or you just won $30 and boom, you're on the top. Just to let you know. And of course, all our sponsors, thank you so much for supporting the show. I will also put in the chat the link to something that I don't know why I never talk about it, but I have a buy me a coffee for those who wanna do donations. Since YouTube doesn't have memberships yet, you can become a member, which means that you give something every, I think it's $10, I forgot, every month until YouTube give us the ability to have memberships. So yeah, I put the link in the chat and it's also in the description down below, and you can go and either, I mean, it's better to do a super chat, but some people don't want to do it like publicly. So if you're watching this after, you can just go in the link in the description, click on buy me a coffee, and then you can either give a donation or do a recurring donation where you just become a member and you just, and maybe I will, once I have enough people in there, I will maybe post the vlogs in there, maybe a day before, and maybe, yeah, you know, once you have enough people, you might even do some special streams that stay there. Who knows? You know. Anyway, damn, been on for 20 minutes. What it does, La Milliard. Oh, you see, this girl has been changing her name. Like, first it was Sin 7, then it was Milliardaire 7. Now it's La Milliardaire 7. She want people to know that it's a girl. I was on the phone with Lil Maro and was like, oh yeah, Milliardaire, he seems like a cool guy. I was like, that's not a guy. What up, Irvin? What's good, bro? You good? I'm telling you, it's the family meeting. Oh. Thank you so much, Mr. Bruno Rodriguez. Spend that Mashkizomba money. What up, brother? How are you? As I always say, we have to be on the phone, you know. Hey, Tonton Moussa, comment ça va? Donc, si tu es le cousin de ma mère, tu es donc l'oncle de Joël et Mountain of Inspiration. Puisque leur père est le cousin de ma mère. Si tu es son frère, bon, you got it. What up, Juju Zan? Me too, I was in the shower. After that trip in Lyon. Hello, Steph. How are you? I hope you're good. Thanks for being a returning person. And yeah, lots of prayers high for Haiti. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the craziness. You know, I got to do it. Exactly. Miss Rosa Fly. Hello. I could have also called it Club Shasha. But I remember when I was young, Shasha had a negative connotation. I don't even remember why, but Shasha was like, Club Shasha looks like childish. When Club Shada looks fly, sounds fly. What it do, Mr. Moto Music? You good? Merci beaucoup. Who shot the video for the weekend? The video for the weekend was shot in 2 parts, if I count well. Yeah. So the first part of the video, I went to Kinshasa and I asked a brother called Epic Films. That's his company out there in Kinshasa, to shoot me and Fally, because actually Fally was in town and I was in town. The song was already recorded. The album was about to be out, and what album was out already? I don't remember. And so I asked, Fally was there. So I'm like, yo, you in town? He's like, yeah. Bro, we have to shoot the video. He's like, yeah, let's go. So the boat belonged to my cousin, and it's not far from his office. So call my cousin. I said, yo, I need a boat. I know you got a boat. It was like, no problem. We go to the boat. We also, because it's not far from where our ex-president lives, and at that time I think he was still the president. So we had to do a few calls, call people from the army so they can come. So what people don't know is that in front of us while we were shooting, there were a whole garrison of 30 or 35 soldiers, just so people know that it was okay that we fly a drone in the area, because it was not far from the president's palace, and that it was fine that we were there. So we shot that part there. Then we went to Fally's studio and we shot the other part. So all my videos, I direct them or I co-direct them. So usually I tell what I want, explain the story I want, the shots I want, etc., and then I hold the camera sometimes, or either I have somebody holding the camera. So for example, when you see Fally playing and I'm not there, I'm usually behind the camera. If I'm there in the shot, it's the co-director that I choose that is behind the camera. So we shot that one there. Then we went to Fally's Kinshasa studio, where he did more playbacks, and that's also where he recorded his parts. And then after that, I think I wanted to do more parts, but I didn't have time. So then I took all these files. I came back to Lisbon a week later, and I called my guys here at Afro Digital, and like I always do with them, I tell them, hey, I started a video myself. I shot some shots here in Miami, there or whatever, and I tell them, hey, I need this, and this. So I know a guy who knows a place called Concept Automobile here in Portugal, and they only have like super fly cars. And a guy that used to sell my shows in Portugal, he works with them. So I call him, DJ Valdo, bro, listen, is that place available? And he was like, hey, listen, for you, it is. I said, hey, I need to shoot a video. So since I had the place, they gave me a date when I could have the place. I called my bro Joel from Afro Digital, who usually shots my video here in Portugal when it's not Black Rose. And I told him, hey, this is what I want. I want a ton of cars, nice girls, dancers. So get that, make it happen. I called another friend of mine that usually works with Joel called Michaela. And I was like, hey, I need some black girls, mixed girls, white girls, all type of girls. I need at least like 6, if I remember well. And then I called another guy who knows the dancers, and everybody met at that place. And once we were there, we decided the shots, and then I gave him all the rush from Congo, and then I told him, hey, I'll let you do the milkshake. And then he did the edition of everything. Once the edition was done, I went to his house to check everything and to tell him everything I wanted to be changed. And there you get the video. That's why usually in the beginning of my videos, you have like 3 different logos of 3 different companies, because it's usually sushiraw films plus 1 person or plus 2, depending of who helps me. But I like to start my videos since I usually have my ideas. Or sometimes I just tell the director, hey, listen, like for Malembe, for example, I just told him, yeah, be creative, do your thing. So so who shot this video is us three. Afro Digital, Epic Films in Kinshasa, and Sushiraw Films, which is me. What up, Cyril Desir? How are you? Exactement. What up, Liborio? How are you? Hello, Stefan, Tatiana. What's going on? Do you miss Lisbon? Or do you miss more Maputo? What up, CV Beats? How are you? A Night with King K. Now that's a little too presumptuous for me. I think Club Shada is perfect. It's just that, Master Electronic, what up, brother? How are you? L'homme le plus beau de mon chat. What up, Joel Amen? How are you, brother? I like the last lives. Good evening, Mr. Bruno Rodriguez. I have to come down see you, yeah? Or you have to come up. I have a new place that you will love. I have to take you out to dinner there. You know what? I was telling Lil Mauro, hey, since it's scene 7, her name is probably Cynthia, but no, it's Caroline. Lil Mauro is not here, right? Let me tell him. Where's Lil Mauro? Oh, I have to show you something. Do I have my cable? Is he still at work? Nah, it's 2 a.m. Bon, tu vois, comme je t'avais dit, Milliardaire 7, c'est une meuf. Elle s'appelle Caroline. Mike Phoenix. Thank you so much, my brother, for the super chat. Okay, so you see, he's not sleeping, so he's gonna stay the stream royalty. So, Mike, are you in Guadeloupe already? Did you find our guy? So, Mike and I, plus 2 old friends, we're doing a song all together with Jean-Michel Rotin. And Jean-Michel, as always, disappeared. So Mike is going to Guada to find Jean-Michel so he can put his 8 bars in the song. Good luck. And when you get him, find any beat or ask me and have him also sing in like 10 songs. So Miss Maman Dalia MTV, professeur, docteur. Comment ça va? You good? Damn, I'm late in the chat. Soon there's gonna be more members of my family in this chat than other people. I mean, Club Shada is family, but see what I mean. Am I from Congo? Yes, I was born in Kinshasa, and my mother is mixed a little bit with Portuguese, like a lot of people in my family, but I'm at least 75% Congolese. I mean, I was born there. So what's going on? Oh, something went wrong. What the hell? All right. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, he's chat. Hey, he's back. What up, bro? What's good? It's been a while. Like, there's some people, like, name all the people who don't come to Club Shada anymore for whatever reason that you miss. It's been like some people, they just disappeared. I mean, life came back. People are working in the morning, and like some people cannot stay up at night, or maybe it's Club Shada is in the middle of them working, or maybe they just don't like us anymore. But if you used to come to Club Shada, we missed you. And Mr. Simmons, we missed you too. Welcome. Yeah, you know me, it's always a story, right? I'm gonna make a podcast with our every time you and me have conversations, I'm like, like these voice notes are hours of content. Or I'm just gonna invite you and we're just gonna re-have these conversations live because oh no, fever, but do you have problem breathing? Wow. Hey, listen, drink a lot of water, take a lot of zinc, and a lot of paracetamol. Paracetamol every 5 hours, and you're gonna be fine. What up, Sips? You don't miss Lisbon that much? You see, it is what it is. Outside grilling fish, steak, chicken. Sounds like nice holidays, huh? Oh, it's the first week. Oh, the worst week is the second one. It depends. It depends from people to people. And me, my first week, I was like fever. The second week, you all know the story. So I hope that you're gonna be fine. But have your paracetamol ready and etc. Are you going tomorrow? Let's hope and see. I'm saving my traveling to after I get my second shot at the end of the month. I don't know yet because lots of things going on, and I'm gonna see how I plan my. I might come, but maybe end of August. But July I'm staying in Lisbon, and then we'll see. First, I need to find him. What you mean you need to find him? Go to the group chat and say you coming, and let me help you. Let me find the group chat. What's the name of our group chat? Damn, what's the name of our group chat? You guys, oh, thank you so much, Mr. Simmons. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh wow. Kay, missed you, brother. Been long through it. Death in the family. Oh, I'm so sorry. All my condolences. Hard drive and computer crashes. Oh my God. But on the comeback, making content and going harder than ever. Beautiful. And listen, we are with you. And listen, you are now our stream royalty. Hey, look at that. Boom. Bye-bye, Mike. Listen, all our thoughts for you, and thank you so much for the super chat. And Mike, I don't remember what's the name of our group chat, so I cannot go and put a put a voice note here. But yeah, just tell him I'll be there. Let's meet so we can finish that song. Cause it's a nice song too. Telling you, you have to come back to the show and we continue our conversations. What it do, devenir dev? Take paracetamol every 8 hours. Still breathing well. I'm still feeling the fruit flavor. You're gonna be fine. You're young. At 19, you will not feel nothing. I'd love a club Shada with Stevie again. You two are so funny. Stevie's a genius like you. Oh, that's an idea. I want to do a club Shada with Stevie. Yeah, Stevie, and maybe I want a club Shada with like 2 guests. Long time that I didn't have 2 guests at the same time. I also want to do one where I open the mic to the members as well. I also want to do a club Shada with Dahlia and TV. We didn't do that one yet. I'm telling you. So, where do I start? 40 minutes after. Listen, I didn't see my son for 1 year and 7 months. Last time I saw my son was last time was December 2019. I think he came in December and he left before Christmas, if I remember well. I'm not sure. Or maybe not. I don't know. Or maybe he spent Christmas with us and then he went to Angola. Then he was supposed to come back in March or April. And then borders closed. Every border closed. He could neither go to Angola, from Angola, since he lives in Rwanda. He could not go to Congo, could not go to Portugal. Stuck there. And then he was supposed to come after that in October. In October, he got COVID. So he was then stuck home with his mom, who had COVID as well. Luckily, they had no symptoms. So we had to push the trip a little bit. And then he was supposed to come for December, for Christmas 2020. So at that point, it was a year without seeing him. And like 2 days before his trip, they sent me a message telling me that there's no plane going from and to Angola on TAP, which is the Portuguese air company. And they just gave me a voucher for his ticket, and that's it. I was like, So was it before or after I had COVID? Because I'm like, everything is now a little, I don't even remember the whole timeline, but yeah. So then after that, we tried to make him come before, probably around March or April. But the ticket price were just amazing of abuse. These plane companies are trying to just make their money back by doing super expensive tickets and not enough flights. So that's abuse, but hey. We ended up buying him a ticket for the summer, hoping that things wouldn't close before the beginning of the summer. And this morning at 8 a.m. he finally landed. So imagine that last time I saw my son, he was 16. It was in December. In January, he turned 17. Then fast forward to another year, he turned 18. I still could not be there because of the state of the world. So, and yeah, listen, it's great to see him. He changed. He looks more and more like a man. You can see his face turn like a guy, so it's amazing, like, you know. And listen, we went to do a ride on scooters this morning. We went to the shopping center, buy him a SIM card with unlimited internet. So he's fine out here. We went to. My daughter was super happy to see him this morning. She actually was so excited that she didn't really sleep. She woke up before me, and when she woke up, when we came back, when the door was open and she came, like, she just run to him and she just grab him and stay like this. Last time she saw him, she was I think she was 2 years old last time she saw him. She just turned 4. Yeah, either she was 3 already or not. No, whatever. Anyway, and so yeah, listen, she was so happy to be with her brother. And tonight we went to get some hamburgers, just for him to know the new restaurants in the zone. And she starts crying. She's like, I don't want you guys to go. I don't want you guys to go without me. I want to come. So yeah, we took her, and it's a special feeling when I mean, I'm not shocked that I have 2 kids, but it's been so long that I didn't have my 2 kids at the same time, and that I was just walking in the streets with my kids. It just had a special feeling for me, because when you work as much as I work, you don't really realize the time that is going by, and we don't have a choice anyway. So I could not see my son for all this time, and can imagine how it is for him as well. So yeah, it was amazing to see each other, even if, like, we used to being apart, because it's been like this forever. But I never spent more than, maybe on tour, maybe a month and a half maximum, or 2 months, 3, but never more than 3 months. So a whole year and 7 months, that was special. Like this whole moment that we are all going through. Even the people who believe that they were fine, it actually hits you in ways that you don't really realize, because families are apart, people don't see their parents, people get sick, and kept saying, I don't anymore, since I came to grips with the idea of having had mental health issues, and I'm fine now. I breathe very well. All this is behind me, but it's because I accepted the thing that, yeah, listen, like, all this, like, it could have been over. They could have been all alone, and now that we are all together, and my family as a whole, today my wife cooked some of her amazing rice that goes here. That, you see, that's her. And I was just, we're in the kitchen table, and he was here, I was here, she was here, Princess Asha was here, and we were just having a family lunch. And that simple thing felt amazing, because after a long time, we are whole. And so he told me, tonight I'm coming to the live. I was like, yeah, well, I will just come and come in the back and say, yo. So I was like, yeah, no problem. So before I go take my shower around 11 something, I passed in his room to tell him, hey, I'll be live in around 40 minutes. So once I dress, if you want to come pass by still. And I enter his room. He was like this with his phone. He was out. Of course, you traveled. You did a long ass travel, and then you arrive at 8 a.m. And yeah, he sleeps early, so he was out. Another thing that is great is that, all this time where he lived in Kinshasa, and whenever he came here, he really had no friends, people of his age to chill with or go to their houses or anything. And because since he moved to Angola 2 years ago, he's all his friends from school, they come here for the holidays. So, and one of them just even live in our street. So that's amazing. At least I know that for the next 2 months, he's not gonna just stay home and wait for me to not be busy to do things together, whatever. He's gonna do what teenagers do and just say, yeah, I'll be back later, and I'll grab a key and then go live his life with his friends. That's cool. So yeah, it's a great feeling to have my son with me, and I'm really thankful that I can relive those moments. Like, it felt like, listen, until the last minute, I was like, don't cancel the flight, please. Like, we can't anymore. And yeah, once he was like in the plane yesterday at midnight, he told me, hey, I'm in the plane, we are taking off. I was like, yes. So yeah, if he's awake. If not, you can see him on my Instagram story. Ouh. Aïe. J'étais hyper ému quand j'ai vu les photos de ton fils avec toi. Il est lumineux, il dégage plein de bonnes vibes comme toi. Ah, merci. He's a great kid. He's always been like an amazing kid. So. All right. What it do, Black Savage? Yeah, that's a beautiful picture. So that's this morning. That's when it made me emotional when I captured that. Where's this photo? When he arrived and his sister saw him, the way she just grabbed him. And when kids are so young, you don't realize if they miss their brother or these things, and then she just jumped on him at the entrance, and yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, it is really, those things. Listen, it's crazy how at the same time we kind of lost a year of life altogether as a world, but at the same time it feels like it passed like when I look at Club Shada episode 122, I'm like, what? When did we record all these episodes? When did we do 400 hours of live stream? And then I realized that it's been an hour already, and I'm just getting started. So Listen, guys. I'm going to Istanbul in the winter, and I'm just getting everything removed. Fuck that. Plus the gym. Thank you so much. Let's do a track together, bro. Let's just do a track together. When do you come to Club Shada, Mike? Before you're not a free agent again. Now, listen, midnight is like Bodhisattva. Midnight, they're out. He's that type of people. Ooh, there's a surge of people all of a sudden watching. What happened? What's going on? Hi, 200 people that are here. Those who are in the chat and those who are not. Please, leave a like before Nadia gets angry. Thank you. Listen, I want to talk to you about something before, but I don't know how, if I can plug my phone. I can't. Okay, wait. I'm just going to show you. I forgot that the new Mac is the new Mac doesn't have enough USB, and I'm not plugged to the hub because I want the microphone to be plugged directly to have no conflict. So somebody tell him, this guy, like, listen, I know Mike Phoenix since he's 16 and he's 45. So we all started like together rapping, going to the ghetto and having people trying to stab us. And most of the time it was because of him or Philly. Having intercourse with the wrong girls, with girlfriends of drug dealers or gang members. And then him. So yeah, we have to do an episode. Listen, I have a friend that's telling me, yeah, let's all go together. I was like, I have a friend that she's going to do a baby makeover, so that's how they call it. So I hooked her up with the people who did my wife's smile, and she just had 2 babies, so she just wants her everything to be flat again and whatever. So we can all we all arrive together, we all go to the same hotel, and let's go. Yep. Everybody go follow R Siemens 1214 on Instagram. I hope everybody's following me on Instagram. Yeah, Nadia's here. She's watching. She knows. If one day there's a troll here and Lil Mauro is sleeping, I know that. I just make Nadia a moderator and she will just kick everybody out. Tell him, Tatiana. Listen, look at what happened to me, and I don't know how, but I believe that's a scam. Listen, I receive two texts, right, from these 2 numbers. So first of all, whenever you receive text from official places, like for example, Continent, which is the supermarket where I order my stuff. When you receive stuff like from Continent or from the GDA or from the bank, you see their names on your messages, right? And I receive a message that tells me that we've been instructed to guard your item in our international deposit resolved here, right? And what they're saying is, look at the number is the website is ukojan.com and then a bunch of other stuff. So it's simple. I always order stuff, but usually I order stuff on Amazon. And most of the time, the places that send me my stuff are either UPS, UPS, Sir, if it comes from Spain, or CTT, the Portuguese post, or some of them that I usually recognize, or I receive a message from Amazon. You see what I mean? And me, I'm like, because I'm waiting for something that didn't arrive yet, I was like, okay, maybe that's it. So I click on it, and me, I'm always on the lookout for scams. So whenever I receive things where I have to click, I'm very careful. So I click on it, and in the address bar, I can see already a bunch of different things, right? Look at this. Trace baby tracking system XYZ. And I'm like, And look at this logo. IPS. Listen, I'm used to UPS. So IPS, I'm already like, So look, you have a bag that is waiting, right? That's what it says. You have a bag that is waiting. This is your code, and follow your order. So I'm like, So I click on it. So when I click on it, it tells me, we are localizing your thing. Look, this is your order, and it's ready to be sent, but you have to pay €2 of postal tax. So wait a minute. Why would I pay postal tax when I ordered something from Amazon Spain? I was like, I already clicked on it, so that's why I'm re-clicking. Don't worry. And I'm like, So I'm like, scammers. So I click, let's agendar entrega, which means prepare for when you're gonna send. So look at them. Don't worry, it's an iPhone. Look at Emmanuel Etienne commenting on my Instagram instead of being in the live. I'm sure she's in live, not saying nothing. So look, do you want to receive it or do you want us to send it? So at no point they tell me what order are we talking about. And look up there. What kind of website is that? So okay. Yeah, send it to my home. I don't know where do you want it to receive? At home? Okay, at home. Look. In the week or the weekend. Let's say in the weekend. And now it's confirmed we'll send it. I still don't know what. I still don't know when. So, digitar informação de envio. Let's click that. And look at that. Now they want my name, my email, and then they want me to pay €2. Scammers. You guys are crazy. You really think that but the thing is this, a lot of people, they're waiting for something they don't really know and they get scammed. And I wanted to show my wife. I was like, hey, babe, be careful with these messages. And she was like, I got them already. And I got a second one. I got another one from another website, right? So I got two. That's when I was like, these scammers. confirm your delivery today, or we will have to return it. And same thing, ebomig.com, never heard about this. When you click, same thing, it takes you, and I was like, okay, scam. A lot of people fall from this. And so I got an iPhone. When you got an iPhone, you are more or less protected, and you're in a sandbox. So maybe when people have other types of phones, it's worse. We delete those people and block their numbers. But some people, they just click on the link, they're waiting for something, they're like, oh my god, they're gonna return it, boom 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 boom, boom. Up. Not only they took $2 from you, but they also have your credit card number, and there you go. And these are reasons why I like to use iPhones, because even if I'm clicking on links, I know that I'm somehow way more protected than if I was on another thing. Me too with Chronopause, they told me I have a package, but I'm not dumb. I know when and what I'm ordering. This shit is crazy. They be calling me, telling me this is Amazon, you owe $2,000 on an iPhone. I was like, I don't have a credit card. They call me every day. What the hell? These guys are crazy. And now they also go to YouTube comments, and they pretend to be like, if you have more than a million followers, a million subscribers on YouTube, they go to YouTube and they tell you, hey, you have like, you put a comment on my YouTube channel, and somebody who does a fake channel called Kaysha will say, hey, amazing, that whatever, text me on my WhatsApp to learn how to do this. And they do this in a lot of financial channels, and these people, they don't care. Like, you are lucky using an iPhone and not jailbreaked. If you was using an Android or PC, you still could lose a lot of money, because those links can inject malware to devices with open source code. Yep. That's why I'm clicking without fearing. But again, I'm after that, I'll still clean the Safari cookies that they could have left, because But yo, those scammers, damn it! Like, the internet is dangerous. I want to do a Club Shada about a video that I saw, but I'm not gonna do it now. But this made me think about that video, because I was watching an amazing video, or like a 20-minute video, and they were saying that the people in science are trying to decode what's inside the brain, so they can decide or try to see if it's possible to read what is consciousness. If it's all a bunch of electrical signals, and finally our bodies that are decaying are just there to hold our brains and make it function. What if they find a way to understand and scan brains, and then we can scan you whenever your body gets old? They scan you and they can upload you to supercomputers, so you live forever, or even you can even be downloaded to a new body, whatever. And or you can live inside of virtual reality. So many possibilities, right? But then I'm like, what about the fucking scammers? If you live in virtual reality and the scammers come and they hack you, and all of a sudden you see ads everywhere, like, yo, it's like, okay. That's a great conversation for Club Shada. So I put it in my list. I have a long list of subjects. Let me see. Yeah, I have a long list of subjects for Club Shada. Like, I got a bunch of things that I want to talk about, as you can see. And yeah, one of them is like diversity in music, uploading the brain. This is the one I'm talking about. Freedom is the goal. Relationship with money. Why I stopped producing artists. Content strategies. Pragmatism. The best decision in my music career, etc., etc. I have a lot of lots of ideas, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it for after. But the scammers, damn it. Oh. Oh, I'm actually on top of the cable. That's why. Oh, damn it. So listen. I want no, for real? I haven't been following Neuralink since the last time we talked about it. Neuralink achieved to let a monkey play a game with her mind on the PlayStation. Listen, they're working on it. Who knows? Maybe they can upload us. I'm ready. Like, upload me, stack me in a supercomputer, as long as you need, and then build virtual reality around me. I might. And then whenever it gets better, give me abilities like create virtual body. Let me choose. Change color every week if I want. The color of my eyes, the type of hair, size of my VR. What? But why? Why you? What did you do? Oh Lord. Scammers. Listen, I want everybody to follow my lead and go to the chat and put the flag of Haiti to show our support for this country, because this country is crazy. Let me see a good source of news. The president of Haiti, Jovenel Moïse, was assassinated. And not only it's crazy, of course, but it makes no sense. Like, when I was in last time I was in Haiti, I was invited by Michel Martelly, the ex-president, who also used to be he still is a singer as well. He's an artist. And one day in the 90s or the early 2000s, I performed with him at SOBs in New York. So his stage name is is Sweet Mickey. And I remember meeting him. We performed. I think I performed before him, something like that. I think I was recording my second album. They took me there, introduced me to him. We were cool. And met him a couple of times, being a compa superstar, etc., etc. And then the next time I see him, he's a president. He's president of Haiti. So I went to perform at the wedding of Olivier, his eldest son. And I performed. He performed as well, but he was president already. So it was different. And then he invited me to his house. So I'm now going to the house of the president of Haiti. I don't know if I have a photo. Wait. No, I never prepared nothing. But like, maybe I have a photo somewhere. Let me go to my photo library. Let me type Haiti to see if. There you go. There you go. So I went to Pétionville, which is exactly the place where the actual president got murdered. So let me do that. So this is us. So this is us. This is 2013 at the wedding of his son. And I probably have a photo of us in 2000 or 99, and we are on stage or after performing together, right? Or one after the other, whatever, in New York. So now imagine you have a fellow singer that becomes a president. And he tells me, hey, yo, bro. And I remember he was like, yo, yeah, last time you saw me, I was a singer. Now I'm a president. And we were laughing about it. And what you mean you can see the faces? Where's the photo? What do you mean you can see the faces? Everything seems fine. Anyway. So he tells me that, yo, listen. So I was with his son chilling. His son comes to the hotel, say, hey, listen, my dad wants to invite you to have a drink at home. Let's go. So the son, Olivier, comes pick me up in a black armored SUV, completely how you call it, armored and bulletproof. That's the son. And with him, behind him, he had two cars full of people all dressed in black with guns. So we had us driving, and behind us we had two cars with special forces, right? Now imagine we arrive to Pétionville, which is the place where the president lives. And so it's like it's higher in the hills and stuff. And when we arrived there, before even arriving to the area where the president lives, there was a checkpoint. And before arriving to his door, there was a tank. There was, I'm abusing when I say a tank, but there were armored vehicles. There were people all in black, like ready. They were like people ready for war. I told you when I was shooting the video for the weekend, because we were not far from President Kabila's residence, there were hundreds of soldiers ready. And every time I went to meet a president, I met the president. I met Laurent Gbagbo, who's a friend of my father. I met his wife Simone. I met the actual president of Congo Brazzaville. Mobutu when I was a kid. I met Abdou Diouf. With my father when I was a kid. I met a lot of presidents, even Chinese president at that time, when I went to China with my parents. And every time I remember mad security, like checkpoints and checkpoints and checkpoints. Listen, even when you go, you've seen the footage, even when you go to my house in Kinshasa, there's at the door and outside the door and in the beginning of our street, there's soldiers who are making sure that if anybody is strange in the direction of the house, the people who are in the house will know and will be ready to shoot. And so all this to tell you that I don't understand how is it possible that a president in exercise, not somebody who's an expert. Listen, today, if you go to Congo and you wanna reach Kabila's house, probably 2 kilometers or maybe more before you even arrive to the gates, there's gonna be hundreds of soldiers, and he's not the president anymore. So how do you explain that somebody who's the actual president of a country that is in turmoil, right? How do you explain that this person is so easy to reach? Like what, there were 2 guards? Like, and some people are saying that, those guys said they were DEA, so they say the DEA stand down. Listen, you can say what you want. If I'm guarding the president's house, I don't care if you're DEA. DEA is the USA. I don't care. Like, what you mean, DEA stand down? It makes no sense. You can be who you want. Listen, one day I was performing for the president of, I was not performing for the president. I was performing in, I think it was in Congo, Brazzaville. And it was a show for, it was a elite crowd, right? So I'm performing, and there was a swimming pool, and it was us performing behind the swimming pool, and in the other side of the swimming pool, because on the other side of the swimming pool there were all the public, right? So I'm performing, singing my song, and everybody's dancing, everybody happy. And the wife of the president, Sassou, she was enjoying the show, and she was just, she was dancing, she was happy, she was like, yeah, So me, as a performer, I go near since she's dancing and everybody's dancing around her, and like, I don't want to dance with her, but I just want to be near and say, "Yeah, let's go, leve something," just animate, and that's what I do. That I work the crowd, right? So I reach 5 meters from her, and I'm still here. Hey, first of all, I'm fabulous. And I'm performing. Soon as I was like 4 meters from her, the 4 guys who were sitting just stood up and they did this with their guns. And me, I was singing and I was just went back far away. So I don't understand how people can just come and kill a president. Hey, listen, I feel for this country. I feel for Haiti. It's the first Black Republic. It's the first one that destroyed the chains of the oppressors. But listen, ever since I've known Haiti, it's les tontons m'écoutent. It's earthquakes. It's like cyclones, and like it's like a forsaken land. Like, I really feel for my brothers and sisters in Haiti. And listen, I understand that this guy was contested. I understand that there were people saying that it was time for him to go, and he was trying to stay a little more. People were saying that his run finished in February, and then he was saying, no, I started a year later, so I have another year. I understand all this, but before everything, it's a human being. It's a father, probably, and he's a husband. And now there's a woman who might lose her life. I don't know. She was in critical condition last time I read, in Florida, because they also shot his wife. And me, that's the thing I'm feeling, right? I'm like, this woman, if she survives, she also lost her husband over politics. And listen, when we got that call from the US government, and they asked my dad if he wanted to, maybe talk about running for office or something, my mom said no for these reasons. You'll be rich for it. Yeah. I'll pass. But listen, this is a wife that lost her husband, and this is listen, in those countries, this country is the prey of gangs, extortion, people are just getting taken in broad daylight, and there's drug cartels, and there's a lot of geopolitical implications that I don't want to talk about here. But this is sad, like, to see that we in the 21st century and in our countries, you can still kill a president. Listen, I'm praying for my brothers and sisters in Haiti. I've been talking to everybody that I know right there, because either people will just keep it and try to stay put, or either this is the beginning of chaos and anarchy, or this is not the beginning, because it's been chaos and anarchy, but maybe it is the beginning of worse. And I don't know how you stop that, but phew. I was supposed to go there. I don't remember when. 2 years ago, probably. And usually my parents, they don't say nothing, even if they know exactly where I am. But when my parents say don't go somewhere, especially my dad, right, who's been trained by Mossad, but dad was like, don't go there. And that's why I didn't go. So, but listen, prayers for his family, because, before that, he's a father, he's a husband, and, Jovenel Moïse, rest in peace. And listen, the people of Haiti, we are with you, and really, hopefully the chaos that is out there will not even go into something even crazier. It was not even a coup, because he was just removed, and now people are just taking over. So smells like inside job, or outside forces. Smells like President Laurent Désiré Kabila back then, when he was like, I'll do what I want. Fuck accident. Oh yeah. Boom. So hey, listen, I know the limits of when I have to talk about things, so I'm not gonna add anything more to that other than read your comments. And prayers up for Haiti and my brothers and sisters out there. And listen, it's crazy to see that the same island is like, look, Dominican Republic and Haiti is the same island. And one place is a nightmare and the other one is a paradise. And this is crazy. You're the next president. Why you say that? Most president assassination happen when the plot is within. Yep. They said elite soldiers and mercenaries from Spain committed the action. Yes, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Smells like an inside job. No way they just walked into this presidential residence. It makes no sense. Most of these assassinations happened when black presidents switched sides. He attempted to leave behind the US collaboration in benefit of the Russian. Did you see that Gabon is trying to leave France to be part of the Commonwealth as well? It's politic. You cannot understand how a president can be assassinated. Usually it's done by a CIA, a well-trained commando. I'm really sorry for the Haiti people. Yep, that's usually how it's done, Dalia. We know it. That's true. Haiti has never known peace. This is sad. Very important. The same CIA attempted more than 64 times to kill Fidel Castro and failed. It all depends on the amount of traitors that you are surrounded with. This is so true. Listen, we just pray for peace, and hopefully this will not degenerate into more chaos. Listen, I was talking to a friend, a singer, and she told me, listen, if even the president can just die in a republic, in a democracy, just imagine everybody else, like us common people. But like, yo, that's crazy. So yeah, listen, I don't know what's gonna happen, and like, I believe that we will know more about what happened whenever we will know more about what happened, whenever whenever depending on what happens after, sometimes you have to wait to see how things unfold to realize, oh, this is what is going on. Because most people will be emotional, they will start having these theories and etc. Everybody will want to have answers. But it's only when you see what happens afterwards that you're like, all right, I see what's going on. And that's why I'll just pray for the people and wait to see what is up. So listen, the title of this episode is 7th of July, 1973. Because on that day is the day that my parents got married. As you can see, this is mom and dad and a few uncle and aunts. This is in Kinshasa. 73. And first of all, I want to wish my parents happy 48th wedding anniversary. I love you both very much, and I hope that you can celebrate 100 years more. And so at that time, my mother is 18, I think, and my dad is 29. And I think she was 3 months pregnant with me on that photo. And why I decided to talk to you about make it a subject of my show today. I don't know if he still has it, because there's been 2 wars in between, and maybe these things got lost. The reason why I made it the subject of this show tonight is because them being together after 48 years is actually one of the defining things of my life and all my businesses. Actually, I kept asking myself my whole life, why are people different than me? Like, why do I value faithfulness in friendship, in love, and in business, when most people, they stab you in the back in business and love and friendship? And for a long time I was like, why am I different from people? Why? Like, and then I start realizing that it all comes to this photo. It all comes to this photo, to this moment. Because in the contrary to a lot of people that I meet in this industry, A lot of people, thank you so much, everybody. A lot of people that I meet in the industry, they don't have these kind of role models in their lives. And this is why most of the time they will put their interest in front of love, faithfulness, family. And I've seen my parents go through everything together. They went through becoming larger than life, owning the best club in Kinshasa, having big houses, being in the government, and being socialites in Kinshasa back when one Zaire was worth $4, to exile, losing everything, running away from your empire, leaving behind your buildings, your houses, your nightclub, because the situation in the country was becoming the chaos. And the same way as Joel, Dalia, Mountain of Inspiration, me, my brothers, sisters, other cousins, Yale, Ned, we all had to run away from home because home became unstable. I saw them leave everything and lose everything, and still they always showed me that as long as we had ourselves, we were fine. And that, hey, spend 10 years with no revenue at all, but good economies, and yeah, had to sell a few houses, and I mean, lucky they had few houses. But a lot of couples, and listen to me clearly, I'm not just saying, oh, poor them. Listen, sometimes you're rich and then you're not rich anymore. But a lot of couples had to spend in 2020, a lot of couples had to spend 6 months together in quarantine. Just 6 months. No war, no running away from guns, no losing your house, just spend 6 months quarantined with your wife and kids. And after the quarantine, you had a bunch of divorces. A bunch of people were just like, she's crazy. They left. And what my parents taught me is that family is worth every sacrifice. We can fight, we can do this, we can do that. I can do this, I can do that. But family is the base, is the foundation of everything. So whatever happens, we fix it. We talk about it. We don't talk, we can sleep in different rooms, whatever, but family is one. And nowadays, people just leave each other for nothing. Nowadays, people, they get married for show. They get married for, I don't know, for social pressure, I don't know, whatever. And then soon as there's anything that happens, people get bored of each other. Yeah, listen. Infidelity, something, whatever. Or Your husband gets poor. Any reason, people leave each other, or your wife leaves you, or whatever. When people get married, and they say for better and worse, and I'll follow you even if there's only us, water, and we in the streets, I'll be with you. But soon as there's a little quarantine, they're gone. Or soon as, I don't know, you used to make 5,000 a month, you only make 3 now, I'm out. And the more the generations go, the worse the people get. People now, they don't value nothing because everything is free. Listen, back when I was way younger, going to any website or watching a movie, you had to dress. You had to leave your house, clean yourself, take a shower, go, dress, take the metro, meet whoever you were going to the movies with, and then you would go meet at the movie place, the cinema, the theater, buy popcorns, all sit there, or if it's 2 people, sit together, and then enjoy the experience, enjoy the movie. And it would probably cost you like 40 or 50 euros to do all that. And it was in franc back then. And well, today, if you have Disney Plus for 5 euros plus Amazon for another Prime and whatever, I don't even know how much it costs, plus Apple TV Plus for another 4, plus Netflix for 10, plus YouTube, you have access to all the movies in the world. So you don't care about movies. If you go to Instagram and listen, because I like the photos of my wife, right? When I go to Instagram search, Instagram shows me every damn woman that looks like my wife. And so if you're a weak mind, you're like, oh my God, oh, you're not unique? Look, there's hundreds of you. Oh my God. And that's how you get weak. And because the generation of today is a generation of everything is expendable. Everything is like, yeah. Use, rinse, repeat. And because there's so much, we have this generation that don't believe in nothing anymore, and where nothing is sacred anymore. Love is not sacred anymore. Sex is not sacred anymore. Your body is not sacred anymore. Music is not sacred anymore. Look, you release a song Friday, the same day that you release a song, there's 60,000 songs that are released with you, and by next Friday there's another 600,000 songs. So nobody cares about music the way people used to care about music. Like when we used to do One Love, the Question My Heart, the On the Quoi, those songs, the songs were unique because they were also unique in terms of your music will come in your territory. People had to leave their house to buy your CD, so it meant something. Today you go to your phone and you have access to 60 million songs. So you don't really care about music as you used to care about music. You're gonna have the song that you like for a week or 2 or a month, and then there's so much choice that you're gonna like another video. and everything is kind of free now. And this creates a generation that doesn't believe in nothing, and that believes that since everything is easily duplicated and everything is available, nothing has value anymore. The reason why gold and diamonds are expensive is because they are rare. Now listen, if I can make real diamonds the same thing, and I think they can, but they can do them now, but nobody will tell you because that would make everything fall in terms of price. But if diamonds were easy to find in your garden, it was just like, I have diamonds. Diamonds would cost nothing. And this is what is happening with the world today. Nothing lasts anymore because people are weak. People are very emotional for anything. People get angry every day. People actually, because they want their hit of dopamine, people go on internet looking for something to get angry about. That's the people of today. The people of today, they go on Twitter and they look for a reason to be angry. They're like, they look for hashtags. Free Britney. I'm angry. 2 weeks before they even forget the existence of Britney. And then a week later, they forgot. Now it's like, cancel this guy. They'll go. And then in a week, they will even forget why, and etc., etc., etc. So, and when I arrived in the music industry, I was actually a UFO, because I was a person that put feelings, loyalty, respect, dedication, and hard work before interest, before money even. And this is one of the reasons of my longevity, is because of what happened on that day, July 7th, 1973. And what happened from that day to today, that I've seen a power couple rise, fall, and then rise again like the phoenix. And you know, sometimes I look at my parents. My dad is 76 now, and my mom is 65, or they're 66 and 78. I don't know. And sometimes, you know, I mean, my dad is a very famous politician. My mom is a businesswoman, and they had like 100 lives. They are larger than life. I will never do what they did. I will never reach what they reach. Who knows? But sometimes, listen, they have all the money in the world. They have people that work for them. They have, if my dad wants to eat at 3 a.m., she yells somebody's name and somebody will come and cook, right? But we were in the house, we were in the mansion in Kinshasa, and my dad is like, I'm hungry. And my mom was like, right, let's go down there. I went down with them. My mom went in the kitchen and she cooked him some fish. And then they were there, like 2 millionaires who could just, you know, grow apart or whatever and have people cook for them, whatever. No, she was just cooking him the fish the way he likes. And then while he was eating, and I was just looking at them, they were making jokes and laughing about stuff. And this is the reason why I'm the way I am. Because this is what I've seen my whole life. And a lot of people are not lucky like me. And because they haven't seen that, they don't understand why I'm the way I am. And they don't understand why it's not about competition. It's not about fucking other people so you can get your way. They're completely different. And you can see the way I was raised and the way who my role models are. You can see it in the way I conduct my business. I don't steal from people. I always try to listen. If there's a beef with an artist, it never comes from me. It usually comes from outside sources who are trying to destroy relationship, and I always will do everything, in my opinion, in my possibilities, to try to open the eyes of the people who are being wronged and tell them, hey, some people are trying to fuck your career, but it never works because artists are emotional. But this is really like, when I wished them happy anniversary this morning, I look at that phone and I was like, yo, everything makes sense. Because, I'm the way I am and I don't think about it. But this morning I was like, oh, yes, this is the reason why. You see, a lot of people are trying to become big overnight. A lot of people are just trying to make it fast. They want to release a song and boom. Or they want to do a painting and now all of a sudden they are Rembrandt. They want to do one song or they're Mozart. They want to do one movie and all of a sudden they're Marilyn Monroe. But me, when the fact that I have parents and that are 48 years together and they built something in 48 years, something that is not perfect, but something that is foundational. I understand the power of long-term vision and sticking together when times are hard. I have a friend. He has a label here in Portugal. He comes to Club Shada sometimes. And we talked during the pandemic. After the first confinement, when it was over. And he told me, I lost half of my artists. I was like, why? What happened? And he told me, yeah, listen, in the beginning, I tried to help everybody. I'm the head of the label. We make money from shows more than from other things. And since there was no more shows because of the pandemic, and I also do other things, I was making a little bit of money, so I would give money to my artists because I thought, hey, listen, it's gonna last 3 months, then everything's gonna be fine. But after 6 months, I was like, yo, still no shows. 9 months, still no shows. Then my wife told me, hey, if you continue giving our money to your children, your artists, your family, the real one, we're not gonna eat. So at a point, he told his artists, hey, listen, I did everything I could, but listen, there's still no shows, so let's try to find out what we can do, or maybe we can try to use this time to record songs or whatever. And one half of his artists the strong minds, the faithful people. They were like, okay, we get it. Don't worry. You did enough. You did enough. And it's time for us to take ourselves together, whatever. Whenever life goes back to normal, one day we'll be there or whatever. And everybody has to regroup. But then there was another part of his label. They were like, "Who you think you are? Huh? What am I supposed to do if you don't get?" And he was like, "Well, listen, I didn't have to give you money. I did it because no." And then they left the label. And whenever things go back to normal, those people who were insulting, they will try to come back like if nothing happened. Because those people don't have the foundations. And listen, when I start making my music, I start doing shows, I start doing stuff, I was not seeing myself as a superstar, performing everywhere, jumping in crowds and making women crazy. When I was 20, I was seeing myself at 50. I was like, okay, when I'm 50, I want to be there. My hair has to be white here and here. I want to have a cigar. And I'm like here, overseeing like my empire. So when I was 18, I was thinking of me in 32 years. Why? Because I've seen how sticking together and going through the ups and the downs of life together creates a different foundation for what you are building. And this is why when I started making singles, when everybody was still thinking that albums were the reason, the things to do, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to try to sell shows anymore. I'm going to try to build a catalog that can pay itself and create passive income. All the artists start laughing. All the producers, label owners start laughing back in 2007. And 90% of the artists who were with Sushiraw, my label, they left. They were like, oh, we had a great run, but it seems like your internet things, you know what? I'm going to talk to whoever pays me for a good video or whatever, because you want to shoot videos yourself. You want to do this. You keep trying to not spend money, and we want people who are willing to spend money. And I was like, it's not that I don't want to spend money. It's more that I'm trying to be efficient in the way we work. And I prefer, instead of spending money on shooting videos, I'd rather buy all my artists a camera like that. You see that video of the weekend? It was shot with this. You can find this for 600 euros. And I was like, you know what? Instead of spending 6,000 euros on a video, I'd rather spend 6,000 euros on 10 cameras like that. And when you guys go on tour, I give each and every one of you a camera, and you just find people that we can pay 200 to shoot you and to shoot stuff in the beach, whatever. You find a guy in the public or a girl that you like in the public, and you ask her, hey, I give you 50 euros to just come in my videos, and now your budget is 200, and you still have the quality. And then you bring us the image and we'll do the rest. We'll add stuff if needed, but at least we can create content and more content, right? But everybody was like, this guy is crazy. No, I want the people who will pay me for stuff. And after 10 years, no, not 10, after 13 years of doing what I was doing, which is creating content for YouTube, creating content for Spotify and the other platform, content for the Instagram and all these places. We are in a space where during the pandemic, all these artists called me asking for guidance. And me, I was generating income and creating content and still having a clarity in the future because of what I built. And I owe that to that date, 7th of July, 73, because my whole life I had that foundation. I had that foundation of how things are built, how a couple lasts long. A couple lasts long if you are willing to fight each other, then forgive each other, go through the ups and downs, go through 2 wars, go through losing everything, and still being like, hey, family comes first. And we live in a world where whenever there's a problem, nobody cares about family. Everybody's like, yo, let me save my ass. And that's what I've seen. That's what broke my heart in the music industry. People don't care about family. The real name of my label is Sushiraw Family. But I had to remove family when I realized, yo, we're not a family. Those people are here because they want to be famous, and I can help them be that. And soon as they believe that they don't need me, they jump ship. That's what happens so many times with a lot of these artists that I produced, that I really took their talent to where people it was supposed to be, which is in the right product for the people to enjoy their talent. But then anybody comes from outside and they tell you blah, 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 and boom, you forgot where you came from. That's because most of these people don't have a sense of family, and they don't have a sense of foundation. And yeah, this is why I'm the way I am. You know, my foundations are strong. And that's what I'm trying to teach to my children. That's, you know, I'm trying to teach my children and show my children that, hey, listen, I want my son to know that, and I want him to see that, look, even if I'm not with your mom for 17 years now, we're not together anymore, long time, a whole life, we still talk like best friends. We still have long conversations. And if I'm not, and I want my daughter to live in a family that will be her foundation, meaning that even if her mom and I fights or whatever and we are in a bad space, I will do everything for my daughter to grow in a family that is unite, where when she wakes up she see mom and dad, even if like we hate each other, whatever, there's no reason for that, but yeah, you know, things can happen. I will still make sure that I will prefer sacrificing myself as a person and hang in there so that my daughter can grow in a happy place. And I will make the effort, and I will talk with her, like say, listen, let's do it for her, so that, you know, she can develop into this. And maybe when she's 20 or 25, we can be like, yo, listen, mission accomplished by, or whatever. But listen, some people, I remember I posted a photo Do I have it? I don't know if I can find it. Let me see if I find it. Am I gonna find it? Whew. No, I don't know. No, I don't think I'm gonna find it because I don't know. But yeah, listen. I took a photo in the shopping. I was with me, my son, my wife, and my ex, the mother of my son. And we were all together like a happy family. And a lot of guys were like, how do you do this? I was like, what do you mean how I do this? How your wife is not jealous? How your ex is not trying to create problems? How are you having great, like a great chemistry with the mother of your kid, and your wife doesn't have? I was like, listen, this is the mother of my son. I have no problem to be in nothing else than peace with her, because the past is the past. Like, I wrote songs about her, like Trinidad, all these songs, but that's the past. But she's still the mother of my son. So I have no reason, and she has no reason to have a problem with me. We are raising a kid together, and we want to take the best decisions for him. And we're not gonna create an environment where he doesn't have great foundations. And this one is my wife, and she's the mother of my kid, and those two are my family. So there's no reason why they should be in an antagonism, because there's nothing that suggests that, and it's like everybody know their place. And my ex treats my wife like a little sister because she's younger than her. But other than that, like, listen, whenever I talk with her on the phone, then they talk together. Sometimes they talk together like 10 minutes. Hey, how are you? Da, 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 da. Give her advice with the kids, whatever, anything. And whenever she comes to Portugal, yeah, we're gonna have some dinner together and etc. We talk about the kids, etc. Because we are a family. And because this is our foundation. You see what I mean? And because we all have that foundation, and we understand that this is how you go far. And listen, in this business, I only meet people who don't have that foundation. And this might be the reason why a lot of them have short careers. And this is the reason why a lot of people don't respect love anymore and don't value nothing, because they don't have time to build foundations. They don't have time to enjoy music because there's too much music, and they don't know how to, and the algorithm is always pushing stuff. They don't have time to enjoy the beauty of somebody because there's the beauty of 20,000 other people in there in your phone. When back in the days, you had to get out to see what's outside. Today, you don't have to. It's there. Jumps to you all the time. Whenever you go to social media, they show you something that you will like. And it is completely transforming people. And I'm blessed that I have these foundations. So I'm going to please ask you to put some hearts in the chat, or some rainbows, if you do agree that these are the foundations that are important. What up, Matt Music? What up, brother? How are you? I have to record that song, but time is not with me. But I will. Don't worry. Let me finish my album. Nowadays, relationship doesn't last long because of the technology. That's just what I said. We are easily losing the passion to be with each other. Affections are diminishing, and we prefer being distracted with electronics. Says Master Electronics. I do think the way society is going in a few years, we will be feeling less and human without love and passion, just like machines. I have to send you a link to a video that I saw about like how people would be if we could download them, and it goes with what you're saying. People don't value love, commitment, and marriage. Yep, that's what I said. Our generation prefer everything that is free, no strings attached. Yep. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But listen, wow, glad 2 hours. That's what I had to tell you tonight about my foundations. Reply in the comment, what are your foundations after the life is over? And what do you believe? If you believe that those foundations that I talk about are important, but I believe that those foundations really built me, and I believe it's all about the values. A lot of people think it's about the talent. It's not really. I think if you have connections, you will go further than if you have talent. But if you have talent and no good foundations, you will get sucked in by the hell that is, and the drug that is fame. If you have the foundations, you don't really care about all that. You really care about the long-term effect of what you're doing on your life, and you can see far. Like, sometimes my wife asks me, like, what am I looking at? Why am I looking at these houses? What am I looking at this? Like, what am I looking at those things that have nothing to do with what I do? And I used to tell her today, now she knows me, but I used to tell her like 7 years ago, I was like, oh, because this is where I'll be in 20 years. This is what I will do. This is the job that I will do, etc., etc. And this is because of foundations. You see far when you have good foundations, because imagine being trying to see further, and you need to go a little higher, but if you don't have good foundation, it's shaky, so you're scared to go high, and you cannot see that far. When your foundations are solid, you can go to the 10th floor, so just to see where you want to go in there far. And yeah, that's where I am. So listen, this is beautiful. But listen again, thank you so much for watching and coming tonight. It's always amazing talking with you. I really woke up super early, so I want to quit while I'm fresh, and then I like 2 hours, and 2 hours and something. It's nice. Listen again, some Rambos to celebrate 40-year anniversary of my parents, and also please some Haitian flags in the chat, to some Asian flags in the chat, to say that we are with our brothers and sisters from Haiti, and we hope that this doesn't turn into utter chaos. Up at 4 a.m. Hey, yeah, it's 3 a.m. here. Love to you, and have a great week as well. I'm gonna leave you actually with my remix, my Bien Plus Fort Que Mes Mots compa extended mix, and I'm gonna dedicate this one to everybody in Haiti. Let me find it first of all. Where's right. My friends, it's always a pleasure to spend some time with you. Don't forget that on Fridays you have Bodhisattva's Quarantine Groove on his channel Bodhisattva. Don't forget that on Saturdays you have Dalia's show, Saturdays afternoons in here in I think it's in the morning in Canada, but it's 5 p.m. from 5 or 6 p.m. for me. Don't forget that on Sundays you have Club Shada. Don't forget that on Tuesdays you have Joel Amen live. And don't forget that every day you have Mountain of Inspiration putting video. And don't forget that Moto Music Africa also has amazing content on his YouTube channel. And of course, go follow everybody else on Instagram and all the amazing artists and remixes that we have. Go follow everybody. And this show is brought to you by shadaware.com and the Gods of Good Fortune. Go get yourself this Africa Future Culture in the store. It's an amazing tee, not because I designed it, but because I designed it. And if you can support the show with a super chat, make sure that you go find me on Spotify, follow me, listen to a few songs, and also make sure you go to my channel on YouTube here. You are here. And hey, listen, go watch a random video and leave a like and a comment. I would love it. Until then, I see you Sunday. Tatiana, make sure you heal and get better. Paracetamol, lots of water, zinc, vitamin C. Lots of love.
Si on s'aimait simplement,
parler nous mal, pas occupé yo. Quittez au parler chérie. On a parlé, l'amour n'a compté bien haut. Parler nous mal, pas occupé yo. C'est pour ça yo c'est pour ça yo quittez au parler chérie. C'est pour ça yo Crystal clear, Jano, moi tout fanatique 5 ans, de tout charge de problème. Début au sorti dans jazz, ce que monté, fanatique 5 ans. Qui ça? Yo tout fait, fanatique 5 ans. Qui ça? Yo tout fait, fanatique 5 ans. Qui ça? Yo tout fait, fanatique 5 ans. Pour qui ça? Yo tout fait. Yo tout fait. Cyclone, glucose.
I just wanna give you things you won't forget. special. I just wanna be with you, baby. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna give you everything I want, forget, yeah. I just wanna be with you, just wanna be with you, girl. Give you all the things you won't forget, girl.
Attention, mesdames, mesdemoiselles et messieurs, actuellement nous répondons à tout le monde connaître là. Préparez-vous parce qu'il y a